3-inch reach advantage over 30-year-old Karim Benmansour. Groenhart weighed in 2 pounds heavier. Tonight, all bouts will be contested under the Glory International rules.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, including spinning back fists, kicks, and knees. Regular bouts are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5, and each round is 3 minutes of non-stop action. 3 judges score with the 10-point must scoring system. Outfight your opponent for a 10-9, knock them down for a 10-8. In a normal bout or a tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just make it simple and knock your opponent out. Points may be deducted for fouls. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Clinching is okay if you immediately follow up with a knee. Otherwise, the referee will step in. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced, stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight contender tournament semifinal is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a 4-time WKN European champion. He comes with a professional record of 46 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 22 of those wins by knockout. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 167 pounds, 75.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of France, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Karim Murthel Benmansour. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a WBC European and World Champion. His record, 60 wins, 21 losses, 3 bouts scored even, and 34 big wins by knockout. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, he weighed in at 168 pounds, 76.3 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, it's Murthel, the Predator, Groenhart. Here now is your referee, Tobias Gerald.
Karim, Murthel. Gentlemen, you know the rules. Clinching is only allowed if you're working. So respect my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Fight good, fight clean, fight hard. May the best man win. Any questions from you? Any questions from you? Touch glove. Back to your corners. Back to your corners, back to the corners. Judge, 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 time, fight!
Glory 31, welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Karim Benmansour in the white shorts and Murthel Groenhart in the black shorts. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds.
I feel for Karim to be successful here, he needs to be first and use his movement to set up his combinations.
Already Groenhart has backed Benmansour up and is going to work.
He landed a big left knee in that exchange.
3, 4,
Referee
5,
Tobias Gerald
6,
giving
7,
Karim Benmansour a standing 8 count.
It could have been a knockdown because it looked like maybe he used the ropes to hold himself up.
What a way to start off this semifinal number 1 for Groenhart.
One more knockdown for Murthel and this fight's over. So you might want to put a little bit more pressure on Benmansour.
Exactly right. In a tournament semifinal, 2 knockdowns in a round result in a TKO. So right away, Benmansour has his back up against the ropes.
Benmansour uses good combination.
Oh, big shots from Murthel!
We haven't seen Murthel use that left knee in his last few fights, but it's one of his most dangerous weapons.
Somehow Benmansour surviving. Murthel Groenhart teeing off.
Come on.
Tobias Gerald says that was not a knockdown. So Groenhart goes back to work.
He keeps landing that right hand as well.
Break. Stop back. Break.
The big punches from Murthel seem to be that the right hook and the left knee.
Under a minute to go. Round number 1, high kick from Groenhart. A rude awakening for Karim Benmansour in his glory debut.
Benmansour needs to use his movement. He doesn't want to stay against the ropes like that. Stay in the center of the ring. Use your lateral movement. Benmansour needs to keep using that low kick. As Murthel's pinned up defending his head, that's a perfect time to land the low kick.
Fighters clinching, broken up, and right away, Benmansour is given a warning from our referee for clinching too long.
No holding. Fight.
Warns him again. Murthel Groenhart finishing round number 1 in style. Here we go, looking at the highlights and what was called a knockdown.
Well, it didn't look like a knockdown there. It looked like he was just holding on to Groenhart from falling down, from more of a slip from falling down. But again, the referee calls it a knockdown, so it counts.
What a knee there from Groenhart through the guard of Benmansour.
Murthel has a beautiful switch left knee and he has beautiful knockouts with it. One of the best would be from Glory 2 Brussels against Mark de Bon, is one of his main highlights on Groenhart's record.
Come on, right corner. Mike, come on.
Again, Murthel Groenhart taking his time, as a lot of Mike's gym fighters do, to start this second round with the knockdown. Groenhart takes that round 10-8. Somehow Karim Benmansour survived that round. He'll need to turn it up here in the second, Joseph.
Yeah, it looks like he can't really gas himself out, so he needs to kind of slow down and pick his shots a little bit more on the outside.
And always in a tournament too, if he was able to make it out of that first round quickly, such a big key to get back to that locker room, regroup, and really heal your body before you go back in there.
Yeah, especially being the first fight of the tournament, you have extra time than the second group, so that's an extra 20 minutes of recovery time.
Total strikes, big edge there for Murthel Groenhart. Fighters clinch and are broken up again. Karim Benmansour was warned for sustained clinching in that first round.
Benmansour is doing a good job now at controlling the center of the ring. This is where he needs to keep the fight. It's a good way to avoid the knee, and it shuts down the output of Groenhart.
Great action here in the welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Murthel Groenhart in the black shorts, white gloves, and Karim Benmansour in the white shorts and black gloves.
Benmansour needs to stay active with his combinations. The more active he is, the less output of Groenhart's going to have.
Suddenly, Benmansour working the body.
You have to be careful in that with Groenhart. He's very good at throwing counter punches when you think he's hurt.
Approaching a minute to go in round number 2, scheduled for 3. You wonder how much Benmansour, making his Glory debut was affected by maybe the bright lights here in the Mecca of kickboxing Amsterdam, because he seems to be settling in a groove now.
Yeah, he looks comfortable, and this is what he's really known for, watching his some of his past fights. Once he gets comfortable and starts throwing those combinations, he's very hard to beat.
Groenhart delivering some low kicks, misses with the right. And Benmansour counters.
What Benmansour is doing is he's mixing up his punches and mixing in either a left or right low kick. This way he's always having Groenhart guessing, and he can't really block.
From the clinch, Groenhart delivered a knee, but it was ruled no knockdown.
It kind of looked like he buckled there from that knee. That easily could have been a knockdown.
Groenhart having success with those knees getting through the guard. End of round number 2. Let's get to know our fighters a little bit more, beginning with Karim Benmansour. Kickboxing and full contact karate background. Very physical fighter. And as you mentioned, Joseph defeated Johan Congolo back in 2013. His opponent, the Predator, Murthel Groenhart, a wealth of tournament experience. Lost the title fight against Nicky Holtzken at Glory 26 Amsterdam. Wants to erase that memory here in this building tonight.
His last fight with Holtzken was a very good fight. One of the best we've seen Groenhart. He used really great movement, footwork, angles, distance. But I think what the referees were looking at that fight was Nicky scoring a little bit more cumulative damage with his strikes that he was throwing.
Stay in the corner. Stay in the corner. Come on, miss.
Fighters touch gloves, and we are set. Third and final round of this welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Groenhart and Benmansour. Ron Kruk and Joseph Altolini here with you ringside. Todd Grisham backstage. Please visit our website for the latest Glory information at glorykickboxing.com.
Beautiful little switch high kick from Murthel that landed. But again, Benmansour is just staying in the pocket and throwing combinations.
Big right from Groenhart.
Groenhart found that right hand and those knees again. He needs to keep up with it this round.
Benmansour in a lot of trouble. Groenhart knocks down Benmansour.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you ready? Come on. Fight!
Benmansour looking to hang on. Murthel Groenhart knocks him down again, and that is all. Murthel Groenhart is moving on in the Glory welterweight contender tournament semifinals.
Yeah, Groenhart here looking at Nicky Holtzken. He really wants that rematch. He just basically looked at him and called him out.
Big high kick there from Groenhart was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and then he threw that push kick, and then he found that right hand that he found in the first round. But instead of that left knee, it was a beautiful right knee that Murthel was landing. And then he went to the body that really hurt Benmansour.
We'll make it official right after this. back at the Rise Center here in Amsterdam. Glory 31, and the lightweight champion is in the house. Robin van Roosmalen arrives to defend his lightweight belt in a rematch with the challenger, who moments ago arrived as well. Thailand's Sitthichai Sitsompinong is looking to avenge his loss to the champion. Of course, the Netherlands has produced some of the greatest kickboxers of all time, including that man, Badr Hari's in the house.
Oh, Badr Hari is a kickboxing legend, so having him here definitely gonna pump up this atmosphere here in Amsterdam. And again, it's the fight that everybody's been talking about online, Ron, is Rico Verhoeven and Badr Hari.
Of course, it's just rumored right now, but how huge would that be? A matchup with the champion, Rico Verhoeven, who is doing some commentating tonight, and Badr Hari. Wow, that would just be amazing.
That's the dream matchup we all would love to see.
Murthel Groenhart almost ended this fight in the first round, but then it just took him to the third. He put an end to Karim Benmansour.
Yeah, in round one, Murthel found that switch lefty that did all that damage. And again, got a knockdown, so give him a nice, solid start to this first fight. And then in round 2 and 3, you saw Benmansour pick up the pace in combinations, but again, in the third round, Murthel found that right hook and that right knee that finished the fight based on the knockdown rule.
Time now to check out the Glory World Series strike stats, and right away the numbers that jump out at you is just how accurate that Murthel Groenhart was, landing 41% of his punches and 43% of his knees. Even more impressive, 50% of his kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official time of 1 minute and 8 seconds of that third and final round, when this bout comes to an end by way of the Glory Maximum Knockdown rule. For your winner by technical knockout, and now advancing to the tournament final, Murthel